What's up, YouTube? So I'm back again with another video. I just kind of wanted to introduce myself to you guys. So now that you're gonna be seeing me and my family and our pages, my page is gonna be more about what I do on the daily and what kind of mom I am and kind of my beliefs and stuff. That's what I kind of wanna push my page to be. My family page, the Jones Squad, is more pranks and funny stuff and what we do as a family. It's amazing. You gotta check it out. So I'm gonna talk about me. So I'm 30 now. I had my son at 27. I just had my daughter. I was 30. My husband, he's 30 as well. We're both about to be 31 in a couple weeks coming up. So before I had kids, I was kind of like a party girl. I loved going to the club and I loved traveling and I just loved doing all that kind of stuff. I always worked in the nightlife, so I always worked at night, overnight, always in bars, clubs. That was always my thing. So kind of when I met my man and had my kids, I changed my life. My life is completely different. I like to be a hands-on mom. I like to do everything myself, with my kids. I don't really have that much help down here. My best friend, she helps me out a lot, but it's kind of more just on us. Our family is here, but our family, they have their own stuff going on. They have their own lives. People work, people have things to do. So I've kind of always been a hands-on mom from day one. I've always done everything. My son has never went to daycare. He'll be 4, so we'll start him when he goes to pre-K, but he won't go to pre-K till he's 5. So he's never went to daycare. I never really leave him with anybody. He's maybe been left with 4 or 5 people his whole life to babysit him for a short amount of time. We've never went on a vacation without our kids except maybe once, and it was to Orlando for 2 days. So I'm a very overprotective mom. I don't really trust a lot of people around my kids. So my son, he's still home. He still stays home with me, or I have somebody very close to us watch him. The baby, she's the same thing with the baby. No daycare. I just really don't believe in that stuff. I know some people don't have a choice, but that would have just been a really hard thing for me to do. We taught our son how to swim. He swims better than me probably, and he's 3 years old. It's amazing. And it took me 1 week literally to teach him how to swim. Me and his dad, we would go to the pool. I did 1 week straight with him, repetition. I kind of Googled online, what they do in the swim school. So I taught him the same thing every day for 1 week straight, and he actually got it. He's a perfect swimmer. He's been swimming since he was 2.5. Even the same thing as potty training. 2.5, he was out of diapers. No pull-ups in the bed, no nothing. It's just repetition. I just like to be a very hands-on mom. I love to do it myself type of mom. So we bring our kids a lot of places. I know a lot of people are very strict on routine, and a lot of people are very strict on bedtime. But me personally, that's not my nature. I love things structured, but I also believe that in life you gotta give a little, So my son, I let him go to bed a little bit later. He's not in school right now. He'll come to dinner with us sometimes. If we go to dinner at 9:30, 10, he'll still come. Or if we want to go bowling, or if we want to have a family night, if we want to go to a game place, I don't think it's such a big deal. If you let your child have some fun. So that's me. I'm not a very strict parent. My son is so sweet. My son is so well behaved, and I don't believe in hitting your kids. I don't hit them. Yeah, I yell at them, but I don't believe in hitting him. And honestly, I've never been super strict with him, and he's just so behaved and just so sweet. And I mean, maybe I'm lucky, but I feel it was my approach that I the kind of approach that I took with him. I kind of let him be himself, and he's just so smart. He's just amazing, and that's just me. That's just who I am as a person. It works for me, and I'm very crazy about my house. My house is always clean. You can see stuff's always very organized in my home. I love clean sheets and a made bed, and I love toys put away, and I love no laundry piled up, and I love a clean toilet and a clean bathtub. I love that stuff. So literally People think I'm crazy, but I clean every single day. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I wake up, I clean, I wipe down the countertops, I clean the toilets, I wipe them, I wipe everything down, I organize everything, and I vacuum. Well, I vacuum a lot because we have a dog. We have an American Bulldog. That's her right there. Her name is Diamond. Diamond is 13 years old. I've had Diamond since she was a little tiny baby. Like, I got her when she was probably 7 weeks old. So she's been around with us for a long time. She's definitely part of the family. She slowed down a lot now, so she sleeps like a lot, you know. 13 for her breed of a dog is very old. So I vacuum every day. You know, Hujo will mess up the house a little bit. He'll have his toys, his dinosaurs, whatever. And then in the end of the night, when it's time to wind down, I'll clean the entire house again. Like, I'll wipe everything down again. I'll vacuum. I'll put the toys away. So that way, like, I keep everything clean, because if you get to the point where you're like, oh, I'm just going to clean once a week, or I'm just going to clean every 3 days, like, you're going to have such a mess to clean. It's easier to do it the way I do it, for me, at least. And I can't look at mess, and I can't look at dirt. You know, I don't like shoes in my house. Like, it's just that's how I am. That's how I keep my house clean. And also by taking care of the 2 kids, you know. We had a hard time with the baby, like, sleeping through the night. She's 6 months. She just turned 6 months yesterday, so it took me a long time to get her to sleep through the night. Like, she was still waking every 2 to 3 hours to eat. So, like, now finally we got her sleeping. She goes down like 10:30, and she usually sleeps through the night till about 7 in the morning. So it's becoming a little easier now with her. Me, I'm not much of a morning person, because I'm so used to being up at night. So I still stay up late at night. I probably stay up till like 1, 2 in the morning every night. So getting up with her at like 7 isn't easy, you know. But I don't know. I just see all these like vlogs and all these moms acting like they're the perfect person, and their kid goes to bed at 7 o'clock every night, and they don't let their kid be themselves. And I don't believe in that. I believe in life. Whatever works for you is right. I don't feel you should be ashamed if, you know, you let your kids stay up a little bit later, or you let your kids like have fun and everything's not so structured. And, you know, I'm not saying kids shouldn't have structure, but I also believe you should let kids be kids, and you should let them have a little bit of fun, because they have their whole life to go to school. They have their whole life to, when they grow up, look at us as adults. We're structure. We got to pay bills, and we got to keep the house clean, you know. So I believe while kids are kids, we should let them be kids. You know, that's how I feel. But yeah, I mean, that's just what works for me, and like works for us. That's how like I keep up with myself, and I keep up with the kids. And like my man, he's so helpful. He's such an amazing dad. He does everything. Like, he's not one of those dads that sits back and just lets the mom do everything. Like, he'll help me with laundry, or he'll help me bathe the kids, and he'll change diapers, and he'll wake up, and we'll take turns. And it's very big when you guys do it together. Like, I'm very blessed that I have a very like helpful man, you know, because I know some dads, they don't want to change diapers, and they don't want to do that, you know. But I'm grateful for having somebody who helps me with that stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to like introduce you guys to who I am. I mean, I'm from Florida. We both are from Florida. We've been in Florida our whole lives, you know. We've been together now probably about 5.5 years. So it's been a while, you know. 5.5 years, you know, ups and downs, but like we're great together. We're a perfect match, you know. Every couples go through, you know, good and bad, but you know when you have somebody good, and you get appreciative as you get older of these kind of things. So it's good. I just wanted to introduce you guys to who I am, and just a little bit about my life with my kids, you know, and just the type of person I am. And we're not religious, you know. I do believe in God, but we're not a very religious family. Like, I didn't grow up religious. My man didn't grow up religious, so we just kind of like do our own thing, you know. I'm more spiritual, I want to say, than religious. I believe in like my own beliefs very strongly, and that's it, you know. That's how I am. I believe in free spirit. I believe in everybody should be who they want to be and who they feel they should be. I don't believe there's a right or wrong way for anybody. So that's it. If you guys have any other questions, or if you want to know anything else about me, You know, write me Miss T815 on Instagram, or you can comment below. Like I said, my family page is Jones Squad. We do a lot of pranks. We do a lot of challenges. We do a lot of vlogging, like our daily. We have so many funny things and so much fun things, and we're fun. So just check us out. Subscribe to our channels and just look out for our new videos. Thanks. Bye.